How do you get yourself out of a bad mood? For some reason, I kind of know the reason why I'm in a bad mood. It always tends to be around the same thing as I didn't feel like I got much done today. And I'm not like a freak of productivity. It's not like I need to get loads done, but sometimes, I always expect that my to-do list will grow and will not shrink because that's just the nature of life and I accept that. But, when you think you can get that minimum amount done in a day and for some reason, due to whatever reason, distractions or you just not being able to concentrate well or in this case, me not being able to come up with a name for a tea and just spending ages and ages staring at a screen to try and come up with a name for a tea. Meanwhile, my to-do list is growing and everyone's writing to me this, that needs to be done. And, everything is getting backed off because I'm trying to come up with a name for this tea. And it just put me in a bad mood. And I know that that's just part of the process. So I'm in a bit of a bad mood. So what do you do to get out of a bad mood? So first of all, what I always notice helps is tidying up because the place was a mess. Believe me, it may look like it's still a mess. Chairs are over there because my daughter wants to play house and there's toys all over here. I'll show you. I don't mind. Look at the mess. So tidying up a mess. I've spent the past 10 minutes just tidying up a bit and I still, once you start tidying up, it becomes one of those things that you just feel like you got to keep going. You want to keep going and just keep reorganizing. Anyway, so tidying up, number one. Number two, I'm thirsty. I realize I haven't drunk enough water today. So drink. That's my second thing that I always notice. Tidy up, drink. Yes, tea, of course, tea. And we will drink some tea. But also just hydrating with some water. This is not easy. Oh, drinking out of a gong dabbe, that's all right. And another way to transform the mood is aroma. So I've got some frankincense here. I'm going to burn some frankincense, smoke this place up, smoke it up, people. And then maybe I'll have some tea. What do you do to get out of a bad mood? That is the question du jour. And yes, I am looking for something to position this camera on. I told you this was going to be a theme, which I never remember until it's too late. So we're going to use the famous competition GABA box again. Put that over here. Ugh. Like that. Right, so yes, I'm going to drink some tea maybe, but first of all I want to smoke this place up. And that means burning some frankincense. I've got a whole bag of goodies in here from Shabazz of the Frankincense store. Check him out. The guy's a master of frankincense, sourced all his frankincense himself. Under the sun to energize it. I've got loads of different types here. So we've got black. Dumping it. Don't make a mess. Don't make a mess. Don't make a mess. Yes, a mess. So there's a rogue bit. We've got black here. We've got orange. So these are all from. I'm going to get it wrong. I'm going to say Yemen, but I just want to make sure I'm right. Am I right? Okay, I was completely wrong. It's from Oman. And Shabazz sorts out all his frankincense. Is kind of unique about him is he sorts it. It's kind of a grading system, but it's not about higher or lower, although there are more expensive grades and more rare grades. It's just like tea, right? There are going to be grades that are more expensive simply on the basis of rarity. And so there are differences, but they kind of have different functions according to Shabazz. I went to one of his workshops. Black is good to just clear the air, get all that negativity out. Then you've got, I'm not going to go through all of them, but amber is really good for sort of socializing, just sort of social. The smell is amazing, really sort of fruity, but still got some depth to it, but lively. And then orange is really good for just the meditate. I love orange, just deep meditation, just like, you know, going in there and just journeying inside yourself. Then you've got green, which is like really medicinal. Lime, which is sort of just the most intense, uplifting, amazing, sends you up into the heavens. And you can eat those as well. And I chew them a lot while I'm, you know, working, whatever. It's really, I just love the smell of frankincense. I love the smell, but it's the variation between all of these different colors are incredible. You can see the black looks very black, and you get much bigger rocks. Black is sort of a mix-up of different things compared to like the green, which is very, very different. Don't focus on me. Focus on the frankincense. Focus on them rocks. And then you've got lime, which is like my favorite, and it is really just like these little nugs of joy. Look how light that is in comparison to the black. In fact, I just want to. Sometimes you got to chew that. So uplifting. So when I'm in a bad mood, aroma is like a big thing. Obviously tea as well. Getting some L-theanine in you and just the joy of the transformative power of that medicinal potion that we love. But I want to burn some incense, and now I have lost my little burner. See, this is the problem with having a mess, is you don't know where that is. I've got some charcoal here, break off a bit of charcoal. Let's go and find it together, shall we? And I want to drink something. For some reason this keeps on looking at me. Yeah. All right. On Mayleaf, I don't really do other brands because it's not really fair on other brands if I start to diss them, but this is like a personal channel, right? Somebody, a parent from my daughter's school, didn't know I was involved in tea, and came over for Aya's birthday party and brought this Kuzmi tea. Now, Kuzmi, for those of you who don't know, is a very well-known brand, quite expensive brand overall, like expensive in that realm, in the sort of faux specialty tea realm. And it's been a while since I've tasted Kuzmi tea. So maybe we'll give this a go. Just why not? Bit of a laugh, innit? It might be great, you never know. It'll be a blend for sure. And now I'm looking for my incense burner. Which is nowhere to be seen. Nowhere to be seen. And I don't want to waste too much of your time. And so I'm going to pivot and I'm going to do it in my Chajo clay pot. Yes. You know, one of the things about having teaware is when it breaks, the teaware, like this beautiful, come on, like this beautiful pot did, this Chajo lantern, I use it for burning incense. So what we do is we light this up, and that will get nice and hot. Put it inside here. And are you focusing? Are you serious? Don't make me work. Do not make me work. Right. Let's get a better angle so you can actually see something. and I will scoot along. You see all of this incense here. So I've got some black here. We're going to start with black. Just clear the space a bit. Oh, sticky. Apparently you can't eat this one, so I'm not going to. And we'll just drop that on there. Smoke this place out. The smell of black incense, frankincense, so sweet. For those of you who don't like incense because, I don't know, maybe it just reminds you of church and that sort of is just too close to, like, I don't know, certain connotations or memories that you may have. Try to get yourself some like different grade frankincense, because there's a sort of generic, I would say churchy kind of frankincense smell. It's probably this Haiti gum, which is like the sort of cheapest in the range of this from this frankincense store from Shabazz in London. Just try to get yourself some amazing, like for example, if you can, like the greens and the limes. They are just amazing, amazing. So bright, so lemony, so limey, so cooling. Amazing, amazing. I'm quite addicted to it. And they get stuck in your teeth and you pull it out and it becomes squidgy. And it just gives off this amazing aromatic in your mouth. But the black is powerful, it's rich, it's dense, it's sweet like it's just such a great smell. Oh, it's amazing. Sorry, I had to stop for a while just to take in this aroma for a few minutes. It's really transformative. It smells like baked oranges. It smells like frankincense, but like a really citrusy, and this is the least citrus compared to the oranges, the ambers and the greens and the limes, but it's still got this really rich, comforting, orangey aroma with like sweet woods and a touch of like piney sort of cleaning, like cleaner, but I mean that like wood floor sort of cleaner smell, but like in the most organic and natural way, not like smelling like, you know, chemicals. And then that the burn of it, the smoke just gives it that rounded, rising, slightly prickly feel in the nose. But it's really amazing to me with high quality incense. Look, I'm so close to this smell, this smoke. And if I burnt incense, I'd be like, whoa, it's too much. But for some reason, the pure resin on charcoal, it's like you breathe it in, but you don't feel like you want to like cough, or it feels too like aggressive. It's amazing. I don't know how that happens. But you feel like you could inhale it and it would actually be quite good for your lungs. Anyway, I'm going to try this Kusmi tea. I don't know why I'm doing this, but it's been sitting. And it's in my quest to tidy up and clear the space. This is now I've decided this is now going to enter the arena, and we are going to have a little taste of this Kusmi tea. Does it fit in the tin? Does it fit in the tin? It should. That would be bad design if it didn't. Yes, it does. Good. Right, here you go. This is a Kusmi, and it's really hard to read. It's green ginger lemon. Green tea ginger lemon. I just give it literally. A little taste just so that I can say that I've tasted it. This piece of frankincense have stuck in my teeth, which is lovely. It's like a little perfume when you drink water. Just naturally adds a bit to it. And actually it's going to probably improve the taste of this tea, not ruin it. Ruin this. Finish my water. What's been happening, everybody? This has already cheered me up so much. How the senses can transform mood. I mean, you know, always when you walk into a space, of course you've got the visual change if you walk into a different space, but the smell is so important. A lot of people comment when they walk into Mayleaf that they love coming in because of the smell. And we intentionally don't put any scent anywhere, because I just like it to be the combination of the Chinese herbs and the tea and the brewing, just everything comes together. It's like a bakery or a coffee place. It's like you want the actual ingredients, if they're good enough, to just sort of come together to create this unique smell that you couldn't get out of an air freshener of sorts. Hold on. Right. We're drinking in this. As I say, probably this is going to be a bit better than it would have been if I didn't have the frankincense in my mouth and wafting up my nose in this amazing aromatic fog. Put your phone away, man. Although I did get some messages. Hold on. Please book appointments. Blah 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 blah. So I don't know why notifications now become so long, right? Oh, it used to be that you'd have like a few notifications. Now it's just like no matter what, I turn off my apps, but it for some reason just keeps on like sending me notifications. You end up just not looking anymore and just pushing clear all. And that's it. Okay, so let's put some of this ginger green Chrismy in here. Let's move this out the way. Is that going straight into the lens? Probably. Hello. I'll duck a bit. No problem. I feel like slouching. I mean, to be fair, it smells like dried ginger and lemon. I don't smell any green tea, but like it doesn't smell too bad. Give it a quick rinse, even though it's not designed for rinsing. Bring everything in front of me. There you go. All here. All right. Here we go. Yeah. I mean, you know what? I will say it doesn't smell like it's artificial. It actually smells pretty natural. The lemon may be a little bit of non-natural lemon oil, and this is where my age betrays me, because trying to read the ingredients, especially on a tin which is like shiny like this, I don't even know where the ingredients are. Where are they? And they're written in tiny. Where is it? So this is what you got to do. I find myself taking pictures of stuff now. Oh, that was a video. Not good. Do it again. Ingredients here? Yeah, these are ingredients. All right. Tiny font. Okay, so thé vert. So it's all in French, but I can do that. Oh, there's French and there's German. Yeah, okay, it is flavor. So, thé vert, saveur, lemon flavored green tea. That's all it says. I mean, that's it. It just says that. Green tea, lemon flavored. Okay. Well, it doesn't really help me. But I think probably there's a bit of lemon flavoring in here anyway. Right. But, it's fine. It's certainly nothing that I would buy or want in my house. I don't think that parent will be watching this, but if you are, then thank you so much for the gift. This is not obviously a slight on you. I really appreciate the gift, but you didn't know I was involved in tea, so how could you have known that this would be, let's say, not appreciated as much as 99.9% of people out there probably would appreciate this gift. But it gives me something to taste. Let's see. I do have a lovely frankincense taste in my mouth, but I'm going to try and disregard it. That's impossible, but who cares? We'll try. That's horrible. Could not even be saved by the frankincense. Oh, that's horrible. Definitely artificially flavored. It's just that, it's that green tea that they've got in here. No. Oh, it's horrible. It's much worse than I thought it would be. Okay, you've got to just use a tiny pinch. A tiny pinch. It's like the most non-tasting green tea. I can't taste any green tea. It's like you've taken the green tea, a cheap green tea that is cut up and bitter and astringent, and then you've removed all the green tea taste and you just leave the bitter to sour to astringent. Oh, hit of it. And then you combine that with fake, I think it's fake lemon, pretty sure. And then dried ginger. And this is one of the things why I don't really like ginger blends in teas, because fresh ginger is amazing, but dried ginger is a bit, I don't really use ginger powder in cooking. Dried ginger to me, it's lost all its vivacity. It's like a devivified, is that opposite of revivified? Devivified taste. Dried ginger just doesn't do it for me. And when I see dried ginger in anything, I'm a bit like, okay, baking, if you're baking it and you're putting dried ginger powder into baked goods, that's fine, that's okay. But like little dried ginger pieces, it's just like, well, that's just old ginger, right? That is terrible. It's so bitter. It's so sour. And that sourness is coming from the inner leaf material of that tea. Just like, it's sad. It's so sad to me that this is what people are drinking and thinking that this is high quality. The sadness overtakes the sense of infuriation. It's just sad. It's a sad tea. It's a sad life if you're drinking tea like this. I mean, it just is. It's just sad. That put me back in a bad mood, but not the same kind of bad mood. That just put me in a bit of a forlorn mood of like, oh, this is what people are drinking? Really? No, we've got to change that, people. We have to change that. But that's the way of taste, isn't it? We're going to have to change all of this. People got to recognize that there's such great stuff out there. It doesn't have to be that expensive, but there is such great stuff out there. I mean, just like a half decent standard green tea would have done it, right? Just, I don't know what, I'm going to brew it super fast just because I want to prove to myself that I'm not. Look at the color. What is that? What is that color? Thank God for the frankincense in my mouth. That's all I've got to say. Oh my God. That is just terrible. I keep drinking it because I feel like I want to re-experience how bad it is, just to verify. How is that being sold as tea? It's just, it's like bitter, sour water with a vague, gingery finish out of the nose. But basically, if it wasn't for the frankincense in my mouth, I would be even sadder. That is terrible. Shameful, woeful. And the thing is this, like, people are making this and tasting it themselves and deciding to sell it. That's the bit that I don't get. Like just the starting point of, why would you choose? Why would you taste that and go, yeah, that's good, let's sell it? I'm guessing a fairly high price considering the cost of this potpourri. And it's not even potpourri, it's just bad. You know, why would you sell it? Like, what's going on in your head as the person or people that make it? And it's probably groupthink, right? It's probably, you know, just too many people around the room just going, that person said we'll sell it, let's sell it. Who's going to step up and go, no, that tastes like crap. That just tastes like bitter, sour. Like, it tastes like you've tried to make something taste bad and succeeded. Why? I can't get my head around that. That's the bit I can't get my head around. I mean, I don't blame the salespeople. I don't blame anyone, but I can't get my head around, like, you know, yes, you've got shops, you've got the salespeople, they're just doing their job, they're selling. But there was somebody that decided that that was okay. Or people, a committee decided that this was acceptable and that they were proud to put it under their brand. That blows my mind. That just I can't fathom that. Right, I need to put something in the air that's gonna elevate me. Let's do a bit of amber. Let's do a bit of amber. Smell the difference between that really shocked me, because it's as I said, it's been so long since I've tasted these kinds of teas. But in my head, I thought it's not going to be that bad. This is heaven. So different from the black. Now we're in straight up like caipirinha. Like, I've just muddled loads of lime. Oh, loads of lime and mandarins. It's so lemony and zesty. Truly, get yourself some amazing frankincense. If you have these connotations of it being something that is this heavy, you know, smoke that you associate with churches, this is just so uplifting, so vibrant. It's just so amazing. Gorgeous. Right, I need to drink something else. That made me sad. I kind of want to give it to the staff at Maidie Tea House, just so they get to taste what's going on out there in the world. Honestly, is this what people are drinking? And if so, you know, I cannot imagine that someone drinks that and thinks, well, that's nice. I just can't. It's sort of doing my head in, like, what's going on? I'm sorry, I need to do this just one more time. I need to, because there's some left in here. I'm going to brew it like super weak, just super weak, just to satisfy my own curiosity, because this is nuts. This is just nuts. This is like the most shocking thing. I got 82 degree water and a tiny amount of tea here, right? So I'm going to taste it at its like most forgiving, let's say, just so that I can make some sense of the world. The color looks better, right? Move the frankincense out of the way. Okay. So if you brew it, like, and I'm talking about, there is a teaspoon, not even, there's probably just a bit less than a teaspoon of tea in here. I'll try and show it to you, but you're probably not going to see it. If you brew it like this, you're going to taste dried ginger and a tiny bit of fake lemon. No green tea, but be thankful, because that green tea is just, I mean, it's dregs. It's like the dregs of the floor. The dog has wiped his ass on that floor. It's just the dregs. I mean, it's just bad. It's just dried gingery water. So basically, rule is, if you're going to get these kinds of teas, which you clearly are not, because you are people of discernment, you are champions of discernment, then the only thing you can do is basically cold brew it, or at very low temperature in small amounts. Shameful, shameful. Incredible smell of this frankincense, cheering me up no end. I've got a bit of a rogue bit here. I don't know what it is, so I'm just going to chuck it on as well. I'm not going to do green or lime because that's for more like deep sessions that I want to get into. Instead, you know, I bought a load of incenses. I'm trying to explore incense. So that'll be the subject maybe of another video. I might do it after this one. But I'm just going to sit back and enjoy this smoke out and try and think of a tea to banish that taste. Thankfully, I've got the frankincense in my mouth, which is cleansing as best as it can that grotesque example of